Hello, I'm Sarthak. As a young adventurer with degree in botany and science, being a matter of faith and martyrdom, stories of haunting by local tribes haunting the forest didn't stop me from penetrating the undiscovered flora that lived in the mysterious jungle. Days passed exploring the highest glory of wild lush flora before I came across the most strange plant I have ever seen in my life. A plant-like octopus in a forest with large paralyzing tentacles ascending into thin finger-like tips. The feeling of triumph filled him. It defied all facts of botanical science. It was, in fact, a living contradiction. Whenever I tried to give it the particular characteristic of a species, another detail opposite jumped out. It was a new species. My wonder and happiness had no limits. I went near the plant to examine it. It was as tall as a normal human, with palm-made leaves that were thick and fleshy. Its branch had a reddish meat color to them that almost filled me with a feeling of disgust. They seemed like human limbs without skin. It had no flowers, but on its branches, two oval shapes had formed that looked like eyes. Yes, two eyes. They seemed to stare at me in a sinister way. No, I know what you are thinking. It didn't jump at once to hunt me down and eat me. As I stretched out my hand to take possession of leaves for further research, some very sharp and curved thorns that I had not previously noticed had bitten deep into my hand, emitting some green liquid. It was like viper's bite. For a period, my body was filled with this violent discomfort, so that I became seriously afraid I had been poisoned by the plant's sap. But then, little by little, every symptom faded away, and soon I could get up again and cautiously got the sample of leaves for research. However, I was led to an unpleasant observation. The painful phenomenon that had taken place after I had been stung by the thorns began to reoccur. At first it was only at long intervals, but gradually it became more frequent. The local tribes that resided nearby were the only option to get some help. I explained tribe's leader numbness of limbs, extreme weakness and cold veins, and I showed him the leaves. As soon as he saw them, he let out a cry of terror, quickly jumped back. The plant is plant of spirit. Its form of Labasa. Is the poison deadly? I asked. No, it's the deity we pray. Labasa never kills. He was almost trembling. I didn't understand what he said up till now. My skin had turned green, my limbs weak, and my hands were meaty leaves attached to repulsive looking trunk like human arms without skin. And those two short, formless, fleshy masses sat the same sinister, terrible eyes. Labasa never kills. It makes you like itself.